After 8 tries and many second-place finishes, Kurt Busch has finally laid claim to his first victory in the season-opening Budweiser Shootout, but also the first victory on any type of a plate race. Kurt, that's pretty incredible. You've been so close so many times. It's got to feel great now, to, especially after a race like that, to break through and now have that plate victory.
Well, thanks, guys. What just happened? I mean, that was just unbelievable with this 2-car draft. Nobody knew what to expect, and I love scenarios like that. It reminded me of the times where you just got to go in with an open mind and take what you can get when you can get it. And our car was a great pushee. I wasn't a great pusher. So when we got hooked up with McMurray in that second half, I knew I needed to stick with him. We got a lucky yellow when Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer were on the inside of us, and that kept McMurray and I on the outside row together. But towards the end of the race, I said, I'm going to stay in line. I'm going to make it just us 4. I'm going to break away from 5th and 6th. That way I could just try to be the third-place guy in the catbird seat. And it worked out. McMurray was my engine department tonight.
I have so many questions.
Push, go.
Look at this.
Come on, push. Holy smokes, I hadn't seen that yet. Awesome.
Well, so we want to learn a lot, okay? We've never seen this type of racing before. Yeah. Why could 3 cars not work? Why was it always 2? Everything we've seen was 2, 4, 6, 8. There was never a 9th car. It was always 2 of you.
It's groups of 2. Me and Keselowski found this early on in testing here. I mean, we did this back at Talladega last fall, and we worked on our engine program to make sure we could stay cool. Cool under pressure, cool while we're pushing. And the way that the engine department stepped up, I mean, I still have to thank Jamie McMurray for everything tonight. His patience, his ability to stick with me and keep me straight. Right now, you're seeing the slingshot move with 2 cars at a time. This is old school, but with new school, with 2 cars at a time.
Okay, and I watched this race, and it's a bizarre race to me because of exactly what you're saying. And you just said something earlier where you said you could be the pushee but not the pusher. It's almost like the front guy has the steering wheel and the brake, and the back guy has the gas.
That's right.
And as long as he's on the gas wide open, because you guys could get right there, and whatever you wanted to do, you dictated what the 1 car behind you. Is that kind of the way a 2-car draft is working right now?
What has to happen is you have to guide the guy behind you because he can only see your rear spoiler. So if you're finding holes, you got to make nice moves and turn smooth so that he can stick with you. And if you get bottled up, that's when you guys break apart. But basically, I'm driving the train, and he's in the back with a shovel, shoveling coal right in the engine and making steam.
Okay, so you said you wanted to wait till the last corner. You on purpose stayed in 3rd position. As a driver, I want to know, were you using a lot of brake to stay in the 3rd position? What were you doing with your feet? Were you burning the brakes off the car? Half of everything?
There's a combination, and I felt like every time I tried to pull out and get side by side with those guys, 5th and 6th place caught up, and it put more guys in the mix. When I stayed tucked in, riding the brake, breaking us 4 away. And I felt like this was the best opportunity for me to get those front 2 to start racing hard and have McMurray go with me.
Are you using more brake in this configuration than the years in the past?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bigger brake rotors?
Got to stay tightened up. Yeah, we came with regular, not short track brakes, but pretty big brakes.
Kyle Petty said that. You called it.
We got big brakes.
As we look at this, you guys obviously have worked a lot on cooling, like you talked about that. But the speeds that we saw here are not the speeds that we see in the open practice. 182, 183, 184. We saw 201, 202. Is that because of the smooth track and the repaving, is it affecting the way the car drives, or is it drive the same at 184 that it drives at 202?
It drives the same no matter what speed you're going. I mean, the car can go 220 and it'll feel the same, I think. It's just because there's so much grip with the tires, so much grip with the racetrack. I mean, a phenomenal job by Goodyear, the paving crew that did this, ISC, NASCAR. It's just an unbelievable experience to come out here on a fresh racetrack after 30 years and to drive it on into victory lane. So, Shell Pennzoil, I'm glad they came and wanted Roger Penske and they wanted me to drive for him. It's unbelievable to win your first race with a new group.
Good job, bud.
Well, there were so many unknowns going into today. One thing we know for sure is now Kurt Busch has a victory in the Budweiser Shootout, and that's one heck of a way to start out the season.